Hi guys, welcome back to more episodes of the Orville. We're moving on to episode 12 called Sanctuary. Really enjoyed the last episode with Gordon. Yes, I know he fell into the Geordie trap, as I called it at the time, of falling for somebody who is impossible to maintain an actual real relationship with, even though she was a real person, but a very long time ago. They did a completely different twist on it, rather than it just being like a holodeck character that he falls for, that it was not somebody pre-programmed, but it was a simulation of somebody who once existed 400 plus years ago. Wouldn't we all like to think that if you were to plant some sort of time capsule or something, that it will get found in the future, but to, not even ever know that you reached somebody on that level hundreds of years in the future and became a real person to them and made them fall for you, it's just unfortunate the woman in question will never know. Anyway, we are moving on. Let's go. Episode 12.
In light of the Kalon attack, the Moclans have proposed a new round of weapons upgrades for all Explorer-class vessels and above. You'll be picking up an engineer and transporting him to a research vessel in the Nekar system.
It's the Moclans that provide a lot of their weaponry, really?
I'll go start the meter.
That's unusual. I would have thought they would develop all their own weapons. You'd want to keep that in-house, contract it out to a different species. Because if ever something goes wrong, or you end up at war for some reason, they have all of your designs and schematics as to how to take you down, if indeed you are using their resources, their technology, and their personnel to help you increase your weapons capability. I'm just saying.
Torpedo capacity. Guys, this is great. Tell your team, well done.
Unless you require further assistance, we will depart.
I will escort you to the shuttle bay.
So how long have you two been together?
Korik and I have been mates for 9 years.
That's amazing.
But Torin and I would prefer to be left alone during our voyage.
No problem.
If we are discovered...
We will not be.
Well,
The difficult part is complete.
What do you want
We
to?
have evaded their scans and they do not appear suspicious. You see? All is well.
Let me see.
We have nothing to fear.
Or not. So we have some nefarious characters. I'm now starting to question if they are really Moclan or whether they're in some sort of disguise or something.
Hey, I need that for my house. It's mine. Get your own. Topa, give it back. We're supposed to share. Well, your papa's stupid now. Give it back. Hey!
Okay, that's
No,
too far.
we do not shove people. Olivia, you okay?
It's Deanna Troy! I wasn't paying attention to the credits. I never noticed Marina Sirtis in the credits. If it showed it, I missed
This
it.
isn't the first time that Topa's been
And Ted
disrespectful to
Danson.
a female student.
We apologize for our son's disruptive behavior. We will speak with him.
Wait a minute. Ted Danson, Marina Sirtis, Tony Todd. What? This is a stellar cast going on here. What the hell's going on?
Your teacher says you took it from her and that you pushed her.
Yeah, so?
That
What do
was
you mean,
wrong,
so?
Topa.
It doesn't matter what they
Marina
think.
says.
Where did you hear such things?
From Papa.
I knew he'd be the one responsible.
Go to your room.
Yeah, but unfortunate you did. But if you two are going to run your relationship where one says one thing and the other one says another, you're just going to confuse this child.
I am
you
simply
don't.
teaching our son the traditional values on which we ourselves were raised.
Clyde,
Which you can do on your homeworld. You can't do it on a Union vessel. You can't bring your closed-minded, single-sex, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know the damn words. You can't bring your culture to your child when you're on board a Union ship when it has a deleterious effect. You can teach about your culture, but there's certain things that you can't. This is one of them.
what harm can come from
I
allowing
hate
him
this
to
dude.
discover his own path?
Topa may decide he wants to live on Moclus one day. Did not shatter my faith in our ways.
Perhaps when Topa is grown, Moclus will not be so intolerant.
What makes the rest of our society wrong and your perverse vision right?
Oh, God. He's actually the one character on this show I really do not like.
Isaac has been tracking a power fluctuation on Deck C. We think our Moclan visitors may be tapping into the grid.
Yes?
And the
There is an unauthorized power drain originating in these quarters.
The food synthesizer was set to a reduced precision. I was not aware that I needed permission.
Please stand aside.
Trust but verify. Is there an extra power signature you can detect here? Fucking face on him. Oh, look, it's locked.
You are siphoning power beyond regulation levels.
It is sensitive research. I would prefer to wait until we rendezvous with our vessel.
What are you carrying that would require such power?
Why did no one check it?
You will open it.
It's a body! Is that a female? Oh, this is just going to complicate it even more right now.
Why are you hiding this infant?
She is our daughter.
That's why. Have they purposely chosen to make sure that they end up on this ship because Bortas is here and they've heard his more open view on how their society deems what they should do with a female? I'm guessing so.
Where do you intend to go?
Retepsia. Their government has granted us asylum. The transport ship is only a few hours away. All we ask is that you stay silent until we leave. No one must know.
But you're asking him to divide his loyalties here.
Orders to Commander Grayson.
And
Go ahead.
his
Our
race.
Moclan visitors required power for a stasis chamber, which contains perishable supplies.
We will not forget your kindness.
I mean, I'm with him on this, but I think if you went to Ed with this, he'd be on your side anyway. It's going to cause all sorts of ruckus.
I wish to remove him from class early today.
Sure. Any particular reason?
Nope.
A family matter. This will provide the power you require.
Done this on purpose.
Thank you.
My son, Topa. May we come in?
It is all right, Korik.
He has promised not to speak of what he sees here today.
I don't think he should be knowing right yet. He's not mentally developed enough to handle what you would tell him. Could you imagine being told at that age that you were born a different
It is
sex
a
and
female.
you changed it?
Her name is Mercer.
A few are born every generation.
So
Some
this
people
should be
fear this.
special,
That is why her parents have chosen to conceal her.
not persecuted.
Look at her, Topa. She is not so different from you or I.
That's what he's trying to learn you. She's no different. She's just the opposite sex.
Good luck with your new assignment.
Goodbye, Commander.
I can have
Safe
it,
journey.
Romulan. That ain't the end of this story, is it? Wow, that's the first time I've seen underneath one of those.
Mercer to Bortas.
Yes, Captain.
Please report to my office.
There we go. And now you've dragged them into an international incident.
It's been brought to my attention that we may have had an unauthorized passenger on board.
Yes.
That'll be all, Clyden.
Don't tell me the kid did it.
I'm sorry, Papa.
You
I didn't mean
bug.
to tell.
It is all right, Topa. We will discuss it later.
It's not the kid's fault.
Why did you hide it from us?
You didn't need
I
to.
did not know how you would respond. Her parents are taking her to Retepsia, where they will be free to raise her as a female.
If you had called me, I could have run a DNA scan to see if they were really the parents.
For all we know, they kidnapped that baby.
I do not believe so.
We transported that baby, so we need to be sure. Find that ship and plot an intercept course.
You're gonna have to be sure now.
What do you intend to do if we find them?
Well, let's verify their story first and then go from there.
That ship was built for research, not espionage. How can there be no trace?
Do you have any way to scan for masked ion signatures?
I believe so.
My roommate and I took a shuttle out and we turned it into like a party bus, and we used a tractor beam to neutralize our ion trail. Plowed into a tree when we landed, and that's when they caught us. But before that, we were completely invisible.
I believe.
Okay, I'm gonna go out on a wild theory here. What if, whether they're the parents or not, we'll find that out at some point. What if this ship meant to be a research scientific kind of vessel, so it shouldn't be that hard to find? What are the reason it's hard to find is because this is a hub. And for all we know, those two that we met may not be the parents. They could be part of a organization. They could be part of a movement that is trying to take any naturally born female Moclans off the Moclan homeworld, transported onto this ship to take them somewhere else. What if there's more of them on this ship? And it's going to appear as a kidnapping, but this is going to be a right mess if that's what this is.
The Ion Trail intersects with a Class 6 absorption nebula, approximately 12 light-years away.
What kind of research vessel masked our Ion Trail?
I don't think their mission has anything to do with research.
They are a nursery for female Moclans, in effect. I bet I'm right. I really so want to be right.
My God, that thing's got to be over 1 trillion kilometers across.
However, scans are unable to penetrate the interior.
That's the whole point. It's like the Mutara Nebula. Cool. Man, I wish we were far enough along to be able to travel through space like this.
It appears to be a K-type star. There are 3 planets in orbit.
However, the innermost planet reads as habitable.
The planet's surface is over 80% ocean, but there are several dozen island chains. An island near the equator.
It's an M-class
I'm
planet.
picking up biosigns. Thousands of them.
They're Moclan.
I thought they might be. This is a refuge. A sanctuary. I like the continuing with this storyline because it's a big issue, isn't it? Oh, they are protecting it.
My God. They're women.
I can say that. Female sanctuary. I don't blame them because they stay on their homeworld. We know what happens. Do we have an entire society of a growing movement here? Clearly, Moclans know nothing of this.
Hello.
Hello.
Keep moving. Inside.
Is there? It is her. Of course.
Messiah.
Of course.
You can put away your weapon. I know these people.
Yeah, you're in charge here, right?
The females we saw. How many are there?
Commander Bortus, what I'm about to say will come as a shock. There are many more females born on Moclus than the government has ever publicly admitted. But some oppose it. And those that do risk everything to escape Moclus. In our colony, there are over 6,000.
Booger!
I have made the journey over a dozen times myself.
Does Moclus have any idea about this place?
They suspect it exists.
They must not be allowed to reveal our location.
We followed the transport alone. There are no other ships here.
She is correct. This colony cannot remain hidden.
But if they found you...
They would destroy this settlement.
I will contact the transport circuit. We can begin the evacuation immediately.
Let us go to Union Central and submit an application for recognition as an independent state. If the Union Council agrees, you will be under its protection.
It was always inevitable that fate would beckon us from the shadows.
Then you run.
Every revolution begins with a single act of defiance. I would like to accompany you to stand before this council.
As you might expect, the Moclan delegation is up in arms. They'll take a shuttle to rendezvous with the USS Burnell, which will take you back to Earth.
Things are moving fast.
Man, I hope I'm up to this.
I can't think of anyone they could trust more. Do a good job, and I'll have a bourbon waiting for you.
I like this storyline. I'm glad they've continued with it.
Is it like Moclus?
A little, I guess.
Not so much,
The
really.
females on Earth, do they write? To be free to create, to make art.
You'll find centuries of art of all kinds from the women of Earth.
Women hundreds of years ago were once persecuted too. Not to your level, but they had to fight for their rights. Dolly Parton.
That's, Dolly Parton.
This is the voice of our revolution. It is she.
Okay, Dolly Parton it is then.
I wish to thank everyone for convening at such short notice. A recently discovered colony of Moclans is petitioning this body to be recognized as a sovereign state.
They're going to oppose
Here
it.
on behalf of the colonists is their chosen representative. Make your statement.
This is a flagrant insult to every Moclan in this chamber.
That's
will
Tony
not
Todd.
allow this female
Yeah.
to speak.
The council has already voted on the matter.
Who the hell doesn't know Tony Todd? Even when in makeup.
Thank you, Chairman. It is with hope and pride that I stand here today as a voice for those who have been voiceless for so long that we have been living in exile. But to do otherwise would invite persecution, mutilation, and even extinction. I fear that our voices will be silenced forever. There have been people on nearly every planet who were, at one time or another, oppressed. For reasons that now seem insignificant to us. We ask only to be included in that expanding circle of justice. Hear our voices. Thank you.
The floor is now open to discuss the petition
I mean,
for sovereignty.
everyone else in here should be on her side. It's only them.
Notice, Chairman, to this colony of outlaws, Moclans will renounce its union membership.
Told you. All right then. See you later. Because your backwards way of thinking isn't what the rest of the cosmos is in agreement with.
Commander, it is a Moclan vessel.
What? Oh man, we really stepped in it today.
This is how they start.
Lieutenant, open a channel.
Damned if you do, damned if
Channel
you don't.
open.
Good day, Commander. I am Captain Jacome.
May I ask what you're doing here?
We are here for the same reason as you. It happens that the colony is not granted Union protection.
Yes.
We wish to ensure that justice is served without delay and without interference. I am sure we will speak again soon.
So calm your heels for now. You're just looking for a fight.
Take us to yellow alert.
Aye, sir.
If they say no, they'll kill them all. If they say yes, they'll start shooting.
This colony is nothing more than an elaborate child trafficking operation. They are placing their own radical agenda above the security of the Union itself. Today, it is more important than ever that our worlds stand together against the Kalon threat. Remind the Council that this Union's primary supplier of weapons
That's the problem.
is Moclans.
Yeah, we know. That's what I was saying at the beginning.
The council needs to grant their request.
Look,
Ed, I don't like it any more than you do.
You've
but the
put it all
Moclans
in
are
their-
free to defend their
in
position.
their
And
courtyard.
we must be mindful of our own prejudices as well.
In the Moclans' view, the children living on that colony are victims, and from their cultural standpoint, it's true. They had no say in their parents' decision to leave Moclans.
We can't afford to alienate the Moclans right now.
Well, look, I've been telling the council for years that it's crazy to rely so heavily on one planet for weapons manufacture.
If we turn our backs on the colony, all those women will be rounded up and probably forced into corrective surgery. The Kalon come after us.
We're talking about mass genocide.
Yeah, but don't you think the Moclans know that too?
I don't know. I think you have to stand your ground here. I think Ed's right. I think the biggest catastrophic mistakes that you've made here is one, bringing them into the Union without fully understanding their culture and researching it. And two, now that they are part of it, you've allowed them to become your main supplier and developer of your weapons technology. Why would you hand that? That'd be like America handing all of their weapons technology in the hands of Russia for them to be able to go out into space. You know, it's just a disaster waiting to happen.
That if we are not willing to stand up for the values that this union was founded on, what exactly are we defending?
Oh, he's right with that.
The council broke for the evening and deliberations are underway. What will you do if Moclans leaves the Union?
I do not know. I will be home soon.
We have much to discuss. We cannot ignore the possibility that we will be going back to Moclans.
I imagine that would please you.
Yeah, no.
You have never been comfortable aboard this ship. No. There are females here, and it sickens you. And you have not acknowledged her presence since you have been standing here.
Listen, guys, I'd rather not get
Don't get me involved.
Please, stay. You rarely leave our quarters or socialize with the crew. Your mind remains closed, and you wish to raise our child to embrace this ignorance.
You do. How? I see their relationship dead,
No response
honestly.
from the shuttles, and the Moclan ship just raised its deflectors.
Captain Jacome, you mind telling me what the hell you're doing?
You not hold your wad?
Orders to apprehend the colonists.
Get me Union Central.
We got a problem.
unacceptable. Order your ship to stand down immediately. The colony and its inhabitants fall under our jurisdiction. They've been smuggling infants off our
So you're
planet
not prepared
for
to
decades.
wait.
Perhaps.
So you're not prepared to wait, and the alliance that you have with everyone in part of this, you don't see it. You don't see it in the same terms as everybody else. You are willing to go over the line, cross the line, and risk all-out war because you want to put your foot down. Basically, you want what you feel is your right, and that they're trying to remove it. You're not even prepared to wait for the deliberation, are you? You've just decided to just go for it.
You do not protect your children as we do.
We can and will find a diplomatic solution.
You tell her to hold tight. The Orville will take no provocative action that could escalate the situation. Your message may not get through.
Oh, what a shame.
But of course it'll get through. We just got a new communications array as a part. Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Wake up.
Long day.
Yeah.
Finally, put him on. Ed, we've been trying to reach you.
Official orders are to hold your position.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Unofficial orders are go work on your tan.
This conversation didn't
you have
happen.
the con. I can't ask anyone else to risk it. Take the con. That's an order.
I must disobey that order.
Those are Moclans. You may have to fire on your own people.
Commander,
Yeah.
we are wasting time.
Yeah, he knows. He's made his decision and he's got principles. Today is a good day today. If that happens, so be it.
Power to the deflectors.
You need to settle that.
Son of a bitch.
Whoa, 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 hang on. If you fire on that ship, that's an act of war.
It sure is.
Get Kelly on the comm.
Kelly's never gonna give that order.
Okay.
Fire.
Everyone's going at it today. Well, that's done it. What a fucking mess. Stop right there.
I'll give you one warning. Lower your weapons and walk away from those people.
This does not concern you.
Well,
Typical guy. Never listens.
no.
Problem is
That
an
was nuts.
internal matter for the Moclans to handle themselves.
That's a dangerous precedent. Who will be next?
If you continue to let them oppress their own people, what kind of precedent does that set?
Ambassador, if you succeed, you'll be opening the door for the Kalon to destroy us all.
Unless the Krill ally themselves with us instead of the Union.
You knew that was going to go there.
Admiral, if I may.
Please.
The Moclans and the Krill can't stop the Kalon alone, and you know it. But that little planet inside the nebula might just be insignificant enough to fly under the radar. The only Moclans left in the galaxy would be female.
Will be female. What do you think
But
about
hey,
that?
You'd still be a single-sex species.
Yeah.
Provisional compromise.
Proceed, Admiral Halsey.
These are the terms I suggest.
There we go.
The Union agrees not to recognize the sovereignty of the colony at this time. In exchange, the Moclan government shall agree to leave the colonists in peace and take no further action against them now or in the future.
They're not all like that.
An agreement has been reached.
Stop. It is the whole point of what a compromise is, and neither party gets everything that they want.
You okay?
Yes, Commander.
It doesn't resolve anything for now. It just keeps the status quo.
You are safe now.
It stops them being persecuted, it stops them being annihilated. And it stops any corrective surgery too. Not a great... it's not really resolved, but you can't rescue anymore.
I am so sorry for everything that's happened.
The women of this colony could be back on Moclans, undergoing forced corrective surgery. But they are here, safe in the knowledge that their lives, their identities, and their destinies are their own. But just as we took that bold first step, in time, others like us will take a second one. One small victory at a time.
I believe you will.
Good.
Dolly Parton would be proud of us.
She would.
Oh, yeah.
And one day, you're gonna have to tell him. It's weird, this show is not what what I expected at all with some of these storylines. Okay, guys, episode 12, aptly named Sanctuary. I'd forgotten it was called that. Yeah, although this is meant to be a spoof show, it's tackling hard-hitting issues, just as Star Trek has always done, and moving with the times and whatever is relevant. And I can't think of any other show that's basically a rip-off, a purposeful rip-off of another series or show is ever more than just comedic value and doesn't take any seriousness to it. This has gone in a direction more on a serious matter than I expected it to, while still keeping it relatively light. They've done a good job of balancing the comedy with actual things that matter, you know? And it wasn't what I expected. I just thought this was just going to be a complete rip-off and just a laugh and a different take on it, and we're not really ever going to get serious with this. If you watch any other like spoof movies and that, they never get serious or trying to push a point onto the viewer. They are doing with this, so kudos to them. That was wonderful. I enjoyed that. It's not resolved anything, has it? It's just left it as a compromise, and as she quite eloquently put there, we've started a revolution. It's going to be generations behind us that continue the fight, that continue to try to push forward, because there's far more of us than they ever realised. We have got only 2 more episodes left of season 2 already. It's going really, really quick. So I will see you for episode 13 next week. By all means, post your comments down below, and I will see you for the next one in a week's time. Take care.